Good morning from a very misty allotment. As you can see outside, the clouds are really on top of us today, so I'm probably going to be down for an hour. Just doing a little bit of tidying up. At this moment in time, I am sieving some compost, getting all the lumps out. I'm going to sow into. I'm going to be sowing in some onions into this. I'm a bit late. I understand the tradition is Boxing Day, but it's the first time that I've ever grown onions from seed. So I'm going to be giving that a go. So I'm just sieving this compost, making sure that there's no lumps or anything like that in there, so that when I do sow into it, the seeds are in good contact with the surface of the compost, which will aid germination. So basically, just a little sieve that I picked up. We're knocking about the site, so I'm going to be doing this. I'm also going to be planting or sowing my chilies and my peppers. What I normally do is I sow them into a long tray like this one here, with a propagator lid on it, and I leave them at home for the first sort of 2 weeks, 3 weeks till they germinate, and then, believe it or not, I can bring them down here in the propagator and just sit them on top of the workbench, and they seem to work really well, and they come on. I pop them on, I think I pop them on probably into 3 phases before they get to the final pot size. So I'll be doing that very shortly, and hopefully, you know, they'll be down here soon. As I mentioned before, I'm getting the other greenhouse, which is behind the camera there, and I'm hoping to start work on that in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be planting some chilies and some peppers into the ground in that one, which I've never done before. I've always only had this greenhouse. So what's normally happened is once I've done all my sowing and everything's out and planting onto the allotment, this then turns into the hot house, and all the benches are filled pretty much with chilies and peppers, both sweet and hot. And I've had a really good success with it over the years. It's almost like a jungle in here when we've finally got it all sorted. So I'm on with that. I think I might have a bit of a disaster. I bought some Cordylines, and I'll show you. That's normally the colour that they are, like a deep sort of maroon red, but the majority have gone this colour. Now I'm unsure whether or not the frost, that hard frost we had a few weeks ago, got to them. The roots look okay, but I'm unsure. I've got probably about 7 that have gone like this. So I'm just going to leave them, put them to one side, keep them away from the frost, and hopefully they'll pick back up. So yeah, that's going to be one of the jobs for today. As you can see now, this is really fine stuff. When you get it like that way, it's nice and crumbly, there's no lumps in it, no hard bits in it. That's what you want for your seeds to do, and they'll really appreciate that, and they'll pay you back with regards to the germination rates. So not many people down on the plot today. I think there's just myself and a plot neighbour up the road there. You get a lot of people that sort of disappear once you get to September. Not like us hardened gardeners. We like to be down here come hail, rain or shine. Plus we've got the responsibility of the allotment cap. So yeah. So this is the first task for me today. What else I need to do is I need to fill this bed. I'll just show you. Let me spin you around. Down here, if you can see it, is where my cucumber plants go, and I've just mulched that over with some well rotted manure, and some soil improver, the leaf mould that I had, and a little bit of fresh compost, so that they're ready to give me a good show. I don't tend to have mine climbing. I used to have them climbing on this wire, and I don't know, last year, just purely by accident, I didn't bother, and I don't know whether or not they need a lot of effort to get up this post and then get onto the wire and then trail across. What I tend to do now is I leave them and I plant them in here, and then I just let them run along the tray, and I got at the bottom of the bench, should I say, and I went all the way across to here, and I got absolutely, I must have got over 100 cucumbers. I just grow the lunchbox variety because they're really nice and sweet, and they're great for the grandkids, packed lunches. But I don't think anymore I'm going to be growing them up a cane and along a wire like I've done here. I'm going to just let them grow underneath the bench and let them go for it. It really worked well for me. So that's all nice and fresh, and that's done. Just walking round and outside the plot. I've just cleared the celery bed, which got smashed by the frost, so that's been done there. I've turned that over. I'm going to get a little bit of manure in there, not too much, just to revitalise it, and that's going to be sorted. I think also what's going to need sorting out is my Swiss chard. As you can see there, that's not very attractive. I'm going to try just pulling away all the dead stuff and just see if any new stuff sprouts through the middle. Hopefully, if that's the case, then they can stay. If not, we'll just have to sow some more. I don't know if I spoke to you about this planter that I've got here. I put this planter here, and I think I'm really unsure what to put in there, to be honest with you. I've got a huge dahlia that stands, when planted on the ground, stands a metre high, and I'm just thinking, should I put that in there as a centrepiece, or should I put a fruit tree in there? One of the big problems I've had, I don't know if you can see from there, but the rats have gone underneath it and mounded all the wood chip up and made a little bit of a home. Well, you'll get to know very, very quickly, I don't like rats. Frighten me to death. So it really is a mission of mine. I just bait, and a lot of people won't agree with it, but you know, our sweet corn on this allotment, if you don't protect it, it's absolutely annihilated. They just come in the droves, and they can literally strip your sweet corn bed overnight. So we, particularly on our side of the plot, do put bait down just to keep them under control, really. So yeah, as I said to you, it's very, very misty, as you can see from behind. It's really, really misty all the way right round into over to the trees there. It's a misty day, but yeah. So basically, once I start planting, sowing the seeds, daftly I left my seed tin at home. So I was going to go through the whole sowing thing, but I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. I'm going to do that at a later date, and I'll just show you the progress of the germination as and when it goes on. I've got my Christmas tree down. I don't know about you guys, but mine's come down. We've got two there, and basically what I'm going to do is that's going to get sawn up, and when I next have an allotment fire, it's going to go on there. Here's my coal frame. This was just a packaging case that a friend of mine at his work had, but it was square, so it came all the way up here as a square. We cut it down on angles on both ends, and then I made these doors. I've just currently got my bags in there that I use for work, but that acts really, really nicely as a coal frame. So and it gets a lot of use, it really does. And I think as well, with the new greenhouse going in at the side of it, as you can see there, then I'm probably going to need another one. So I'm thinking of building a smaller one where the bench is here, and then I should be pretty much covered. So I'm going to rake in some of my leaf mould that I've got on my dahlia beds. I'm probably going to get that done. I'm going to nip over to the manure pile and get some more manure to put on this bed here. And I think as well, what we're going to be making a start on is, as I mentioned to you before, is moving my net tunnel, which you can see here. All I've done with that has been made so that it can move in one piece. So all I've done is down at the ends on each four corners there's a road pin down here, and it just basically pins them in four places. So once I knock those out, pretty much four of us, one on each corner, will transfer it over to here into this bed here, and the brassicas will go in there, and that is going to get manured, and there's going to be some potatoes going there next season. So that's pretty much where I am today. Like I say, I've still got a bit of work to do on the front end of the plot, where all the plants are. That all needs pulling out, but slow and steady wins the race. So that's enough from me today. I need to crack on. Hopefully I'll be making another video at some point next weekend, and the content will get more interesting as we go along. It's lean times at this time of year. It's pretty much just doing all those odd jobs, but things will get a little bit more interesting when we get into the growing season. So until then, from me and the plot, and my plot neighbour Clarkson's not been about yet, so I'm going to have to go hunting him down to make sure he's okay. But from me today, I'll see you later. Enjoy your New Year's celebrations for those that are celebrating it. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.